Oh, wait. Wait. Not yet. Not yet, people. Not yet. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold! Hold the line! Hold! 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 Good afternoon, Los Angeles! I just saw a clip from Good Morning Vietnam before I started this, so I'm like super amped. I'm ready. Anthony, misunderstood. Angie Fraser, welcome. Fernal Ricky, welcome. I am ready. I am pumped. I have some fun, interesting stuff I feel coming up on this stream. So we'll see if I am correct or not. We shall see. Only time will tell. I just gotta get this resized. There we go. I have the most horribly cooked chicken pot pie. These things used to be a lot better when I was a kid. Like, they used to actually stay in the frickin' shape. You put them in the microwave, right? Cook them, flip them over onto a plate, and they'd pop out easy. Now, look at this shit. What is this? Looks like a dog yacked up what it found on the street. Fortunately, at least it doesn't taste like that. So as horrible as the, I don't know, texture or consistency is, at least the food is good. I was hungry. Oh no. I got in my peach fuzz goatee. I was just getting caught up on the Graham Plattner stuff. I guess the big news, if you can call it that, dropped that a Republican is accusing him of, borderline domestic violence stuff. Wow, a Republican making up shit? What a surprise. No. This is the Boy Who Cried Wolf party, okay? This is the party that elected a pedophile, not once, but twice, and voted for him thrice, and continue to back him even when he is in the Epstein files a million times. No, fuck that noise. The snowflakes have struck. Oh. By the way, hi to everyone from the Four Seasons Jeffrey Epstein Hotel. I know you guys are still stalking me. Don't worry, I got the receipts. Every time you guys come into my stream, you know I can see you, right? Every time you guys look in on my videos, I can see you. I'm keeping track. Like, you guys don't get away with stalking me and then think I'm not going to hold that against you in court. So, the fact that you guys are stalking me after all the bullshit you put me through says a lot about your character. And believe me, I'm going to make sure the world knows. And when I say the world, I mean my 12 followers on Twitch. I have to eat. Unfortunately, I'm struggling with my weight a little bit. I know I don't look it. Look, if I bring my arms in closely, you can actually kind of see where a muscle goes, right? So I'm struggling with my weight a little bit, so I'm trying to maintain. I'm maintaining my feeding times like I'm a friggin' shark in an aquarium. Ah! Is that a big enough bite? I'm so glad at least the quality of the food is still good. Like I said, these things could go really bad really quick. Okay. I gotta start. So let's jump in here. So the Snowflake Central, the MAGA Snowflake, looking to dethrone Nancy Mace as Queen Snowflake. We now have contender Anna Paulina Luna. I mean, this is ridiculous what we're seeing. So here is the original video of her being a crybaby loser to TMZ.
So I was questioning Senator Rubio on Code Pink, which is a foreign-funded organization, and I've been going after FARA, etc. And so as I was leaving, they were asking questions. I don't have an issue asking questions, but when you are berating me and trying to block me from being able to come vote, it's an issue. But I continue.
Okay, she says berating you and blocking me from voting. Remember that. Lock in. Lock in, people.
To answer them, I was walking out of Rayburn, and as we were trying to walk away from them, I guess they didn't like what I was saying, so one of the lead organizers actually smacked me. And so at that point, I broke contact.
Can you, like...
Actually smacked me. Watch out! So, blocked her from voting, berated her, smacked her. These are her lies. Watch this.
Reenact how you were hit. If just
I was literally walking, trying to walk away from this person, and they smacked me.
In what part of the body?
They smacked my arm.
Smacked your. Are you injured right now?
I mean, look, either which way, you don't.
Okay, I have a very low opinion of TMZ, but good for them for calling that out. Like she says that she was smacked. Okay, where? On my arm. Okay, are you injured? Listen, dude, what's with the 20 questions here, okay? You may have caught me in a lie, but now I need to make it about you. Let's see what she's going to pivot to.
Don't touch anyone, especially if you don't like what they're saying. You cannot physically harm someone. You can't hit them. You can't block people from being able to vote. And so what I will say is I have filed charges. There's footage of this. They have multiple angles of this. There was multiple witnesses.
Fucking baby. Guys, this is so pathetic. I'm going to pull up the actual footage next. But everything, this is why. Okay, so again. Republicans are all liars. They are born and bred liars. They are raised to be liars by their parents. They are raised to lie and taught how to perfect lying by their party, and they now support a rapist pedophile in the White House. You can only destroy your credibility so much before you just can't take them serious on anything. And that includes the very serious accusations of Grinsky and Plattner, which may or may not be real. But if you're going to lie like this, how many times have we seen these MAGA snowflakes cry and be like, oh, Antifa put graffiti on my house, and then turns out it was them trying to frame them and get sympathy or a donation or a campaign contribution? How many times have we seen that? It's been over and over and over. How many times have they blamed, someone punching them just like this, and the footage comes out and it was all horseshit? So, when you destroy your credibility, do not take this lying pedophile supporter at face value. Never.
We have people that filed statements as well, and I think that she's going to be getting in a lot of trouble. You cannot do that to people.
So, yeah, I just saw you speaking with a group of police officers. That was you pressing charges?
Well, I'm giving my statements, and they are basically investigating for assault, yeah.
Okay.
So ultimately, they determine whether or not we can actually press charges, but I think they have more than enough evidence. So we'll know later on today.
But if you're able to, you definitely will be pressing
charges. You can't hit people.
So keep in mind, this pedophile supporter is trying to talk to the Capitol Police, whom she has refused to commemorate the honor of for January 6th, who she is supporting the terrorists that attacked, assaulted, and murdered the Capitol Police on January 6th. That's who she is now running to for support, right? As much as the right loves to be like, oh, well, you want to abolish the police, so why do you go to the police whenever anything goes wrong? Well, first of all, we don't always go to the police. And second of all, that's the system you fuckers created. We are now exploiting and showing you how the system is fucking broken. People can literally get run over by MAGA pedophiles in the streets of Los Angeles, and these pig pedophile police won't prosecute. The city attorneys won't prosecute. That's the system, and we are showing that the system is broken. Meanwhile, this pedophile supporter, who supports the January 6th terrorists, who also, a lot of them turned out to be pedophiles, is now going to the very police that she has supported the people that assaulted, killed, and maimed those very police officers. That's the hypocrisy of MAGA. Back the blue until it affects you.
What do you hope happens to the person that...
Look, we live in a day and age when people feel like they can hurt people because they disagree with them politically.
Keep in mind, the biggest contributors of political violence are Republicans, because of pedophile supporters like her backing the molester-in-chief in the White House, who has inspired multiple terrorist attacks in America, who has inspired Nazi rallies, Nazi attacks on people of color, on women, on trans people, on gay LGBTQ people. I pointed at myself. I meant to point at the flag, but I pointed at myself. I don't give a shit. I'm gay, guys. It's coming out now. Here's my closet. Well, I'm out of it now. And now she's crying about violence, and I don't even want to spoil the actual footage of the interaction. Just watch.
We've seen this happen to many conservatives, but I'm sure it also happens on the left as well. That's unacceptable. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm just glad that there was footage of it, and I think that we have more than enough evidence to hold this person accountable and responsible, and let this person be a symbol to everyone else that's going to come up here and try to hurt people because they disagree with them.
So you were just walking out of the hearing, someone comes up and smacks you.
It was a group of Code Pink. I was specifically questioning Secretary Rubio on Code Pink's foreign funding ties and links to the CCP, and that was the group that was surrounding me. They at one point tried to block me from actually walking across the street to come vote, which you cannot do. And then when I did not give them responses that they liked, I got smacked.
Based off of your conversations with police, and ultimately it's going to be up to their investigation, but do you think that this person's going to be arrested?
Yes, without a doubt.
For assault?
Yes.
If you could say something to that person right now, what would you say?
You cannot hit people because they disagree with you. That is completely against what this entire institution stands for. And by the way, if you cared about actual, Palestinians or Muslims, then why is it that you take money from a country that is currently engaging in imprisoning Muslims, Uyghur Muslims, in concentration camps, also known as China?
Trump takes money from China too, yeah. Trump has $500 million in loans to the CCP. She doesn't care about that, does she? Okay, so keep in mind a couple things, right? She said she was blocked from being able to move, berated, and smacked. So here's the interaction of what actually happened. By the way, I'm with Code Pink. I'm a member of Code Pink out here in LA. Code Pink DC are absolute ballers. They are awesome. I support them wholeheartedly. I can tell from personal experience, they are extremely passive. They're to the point that they will actually not defend themselves if they're attacked, which is insane. They're extremely passive. They're extremely anti-war. There is no way that the way she is describing the event occurred in that manner. No way.
Cuban people
right,
being
not
killed right now by a policy of cutting off oil, cutting off every single way that government can get money to keep the hospitals going.
To actually get aid to the people of Cuba, because it doesn't sound like you do.
No, because Marco Rubio has been sanctioning the Cuban.
Okay. Pausing the video real quick. While I have food in my mouth, enjoy the sound of my chips. Fuck. Because I know what's going to happen next. I've already seen this footage. Based on what you've seen so far, does anything in this video look like this frail old frickin' Granny Weaver here is berating her? Does it look like she is blocking her? Does it look like she could physically... Where is this? Hold on, let's get a... Does it look like she could physically even block her? I think she's struggling just to keep up at this walking pace. And this frickin' hag is trying to say that she was blocking her. We saw this last time when the Nazi ICE pedophiles arrested a Democratic congresswoman, saying, and they body slammed her to the ground, saying that she was the one that body slammed the cop. Remember that? And she weighed like $120, and the pig was like 180 plus. It's complete horseshit. They always lie, and that's exactly why we should not trust anything this Mrs. Fightfield is saying about Graham Plattner yet.
cutting off billions, sanctioning the Cuban people, which is hurting them by the billions. By the billions.
No, that hurts the people there. They have no power. You are misinformed.
When's the last time you were in Cuba?
Wait, you just touched me.
Oh, it was.
Did anybody even see it? That didn't look like a smack. That went, what? Does this fucking psychopath even know what a smack is? I mean, she's a Republican, so no doubt she's been beaten by plenty of her ex-husbands and ex-boyfriends. So you'd think she'd know what a smack is. That's what Republicans do. They're wife beaters. Did anybody even see what fucking happened? Of course you didn't. Because it wasn't a smack. Watch.
Like,
no,
sorry.
it doesn't matter. You just touched me.
Right,
You're going to walk away right now, or else I'm going to call Capitol Police.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
I will walk away. Bye-bye.
No. Oh, I can't feel it, you guys. I can't feel it. They're going to cut it off. They're going to cut off my arm. I can't feel it. I got you to show you. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to actually fuck up my computer if I do that on the keyboard. I mean, come the fuck on. These fucking snowflakes. Jesus Christ. And you know, I feel so bad for Granny Weaver here. Because it's like, look at how timid she immediately made space. She recognized, yeah, okay, I touched you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And then she tries to escalate, like, you walk away or I call the Capitol Police. Whoa. Well, okay. Completely compliant. Completely apologetic, even though she had nothing to apologize for. And this is where I get frustrated with Code Pink. Because she should have stood her ground. Right? Been like, you think that... How would you describe it? You think that was a smack? I got the footage here. You want to replay it? Let's watch. Let's watch together. Here, record this on the other camera. Let's watch this together right now. You tell me where the smack comes in, lady. You tell me. And then she's immediately complaining like, okay, I'll leave. No, fuck that. Fuck this bitch. She said, you need to walk away or I will call the Capitol Police. Right? Meaning that if she walks away, she won't call Capitol Police. She did anyway. Right? She filed a police report. She wants to press charges. What is the point of complying with these fascists if they're going to lie and lie and lie and then lie about not reporting you? Fight the fuck back. Stand your ground. Say you're a fucking little snowflake. Nothing happened. And if you don't want to talk about your boss being the pedophile in chief that's now starting a war to distract from it, that's fine, but I'm not walking away. This is a public area, and I'm going to fucking keep going to keep telling you that you are supporting a pedophile. This is insane behavior. So, let's get down to what real violence is, shall we? Today, Secretary of State... Oh, this hag. I didn't mean to pull up this tweet. Rep. Max Miller has been accused of by both his ex-girlfriend and his ex-wife of violent abuse. The incident brings to mind a similar situation that played out as Miller, a White House aide to President Donald Trump during the Republicans' first term, made his first run for Congress in 2021. Miller's former girlfriend, one-time White House press secretary Stephanie Grisham, raised allegations in her book and in a Washington Post op-ed at the time that a former White House staffer later identified as Miller had physically abused her while they were dating. Miller responded by filing a defamation lawsuit against her. He voluntarily dismissed the suit with prejudice in August 2023, just before the case was set to go to trial. So again, it was all... This is a slap suit. I don't know where it was filed, but I sure as hell hope she got it. This is exactly what happened to me with my health insurance company. When I was talking about them being criminals violating ERISA, this health insurance company denied me the health care that I was due. I went months without my disability medications. I went months without my physical medications because I had severe injuries in my neck and my shoulder. I was in fucking agony. Just from the moment I would wake up, I could not sleep because of the pain. And I went several weeks to a month without medication because of that health insurance company. And then when I went to their board of directors, suddenly a month later, they want to tell me to shut up and they hit me with a slap suit. This is what people in power do. These people are criminals. And when they're called out, they will do anything, including break the law further, as I'm seeing personally with the Four Seasons Jeffrey Epstein Hotel. They will break every single law known to man in order to cover up and prevent the victims from speaking. And then let's see what the other picture said here. Moreno spokesperson Stefan Mishajala cited the earlier lawsuit in a statement Thursday. Mr. Miller is upset because he's tried to silence Emily Moreno, The same way he silenced Stephanie Grisham and Emily won't let him, he said, suggesting Miller is running the same playbook against a woman with photographs of her bruises and burns. He added, Mr. Miller will not silence Mrs. Moreno. Keep in mind, the accusations against Graham Plattner do not have this amount of corroboration. The New York Times even said, we cannot corroborate this. Further evidence, if they really want to go for Graham Plattner, there needs to be this, right? This is the basis. Or there needs to be an independent person verifying it, because this Fifield lady is a known GOP operative who lied, just like Laura Paulina fraudster here, claiming she was smacked. Where's the footage? Claiming she was smacked. These people are all liars. And oops, I don't want to get to that story yet. And then we need to stop taking them at face value. Mr. Miller will not silence Mrs. Moreno. Miller married Emily Moreno in 2022. They had a daughter in 23. He filed for divorce in August 24 as her father, Bernie, was making a successful run for U.S. Senate, backed by Trump. The abuse allegations, most recently, Moreno said Miller threw boiling water at her, an allegation he denies come amid a messy custody battle that has included Miller seeking a restraining order against his ex-wife and subpoenaing the senator to testify. The divorce was finalized last June. Okay, so that is actual abuse. Throwing water at someone, beating them or grabbing them to the point that you leave bruises is very fucking different from this. Oh, no. Lord.
They have no power.
I can't believe it. Dog, give me a knife. I gotta cut off my own arm. Oh. Come the fuck on. Clip that. So this is actual violence. This is actual violence. Trump supporter Trent Prather has been arrested for possessing 42,000... Stop calling it child porn. It is child sex abuse material. You say it's child porn, and that gives it this idea that it's not what it's somehow it sounds like it's okay because it's porn. It's not. It's child sex abuse material. These children were abused. They were raped. The children were featured as young as 4. This is actual violence. This is actual violence. Ideology of political murders. As Trump calls for a crackdown on the radical left, an analysis from the Cato Institute of 620 political motivated murders since 1975 shows that when 9/11 is excluded, most political violence comes from the right. Murders by ideology in politically motivated terrorism. And by the way, even if it did include 9/11, that is right, far right, violence. Al-Qaeda is a severely regressive, homophobic, misogynistic terrorist organization. It is absolutely on the right side of the political spectrum. They do not believe in equality for all. They do not believe in a working class. They believe in a totalitarian theology. Theology governments, by their very nature, are right-wing. This is violence. This is violence. Inside the extremist online culture that shaped the San Diego mosque shooters, the shooting reflects how extremist violence evolved after Christchurch, from fringe ideology to a decentralized online culture of memes, edits, and mythologized mass shooters. Oh, man. I can't. This is paywalled. I think I just spit up a chip there. This is paywalled. So what this article details is that the San Diego mosque shooters were Nazis that believed in right-wing culture, that spewed the exact same anti-immigrant language, the same anti-trans, anti-Muslim rhetoric that you see from the Republican Crime Party and pedophile supporters like Anna Paulina Fraudster. So this is also what to know about the 15-year-old suspected school shooter in Wisconsin. Apparent interest in neo-Nazism, right-wing Trump stuff, mass shootings on social media, authorities said. In the aftermath of the shooting, police are beginning to piece together what may have led the 15-year-old to carry out the brazen attack. Several online accounts associated with Rupno, including Tumblr and X accounts, are being examined by police, ABC News has learned. Several mentions of shooters and violence can be seen on these accounts. The portrait that is beginning to emerge from these social media accounts of a young person showing interest in neo-Nazi ideology and neo-Nazi violence, as well as demonstrating interest and engagement in online forums venerating mass shooters, according to information provided to law enforcement. Authorities will now review Rupno's online footprint in an effort to glean what ideology or blend of ideologies may have motivated her to open fire. Yet again, Nazi violence, the exact same thing that led to the San Diego mosque shooters, the exact same thing that has led to the Republican Crime Party being the leading cause and exporters of right-wing terrorism. Johnny's here. Oh, hey, speaking of terrorists, Johnny's in the chat. Johnny, How did you find me again? You missed the school bus. You didn't get to it on time to stalk all the children, so you came into my chat. Welcome back, Johnny. Hey, I missed you, dude. I really wanted you to bump my numbers. Don't go anywhere. I got a lot of good footage of your pedophile in chief here coming up soon. By the way, Johnny, this is going to be you someday. You're going to be in here as a mass shooter, and I'm going to watch your trial go down, and I'm going to hope they give you the death penalty. This is your future. You have nothing. Again, 5 o'clock in the evening, you're in my fucking chat rather than going out and building a life, building a career, making money, my guy. You're in my chat, and you are about 3 days away from being a mass shooter. That's your future. God, I hope you're caught before that. Here are the far-right conspiracists the Quebec City mosque shooter followed. Evidence presented at the sentencing hearing for the man who killed 6 Muslim men in a mass shooting at Quebec City mosque last year shows he was obsessively reading news about Donald Trump. Hey, Johnny! Look, it's your pedophile in chief. Another mass shooter supporting your molester in chief. What do you think of that, Johnny? Did you leave already, you fucking snowflake little bitch? And opinions from right-wing pundits and conspiracy theorists in the weeks leading up to the attack. Documents showed that in the weeks leading up to the attack, Bissonnette was obsessively searching for Donald Trump news. From January 1st to 29th, 2017, when he committed the shooting, Bissonnette searched for the American president 819 times, 417 times on Twitter, 337 times on Google, 63 times on YouTube, and 2 times on Facebook. Jesus Christ. This is the real Trump derangement syndrome. This is TDS. In less than a month, dude searches for the chief pedophile of the Epstein files 819 times, and then goes on to commit a mass shooting. The Trump derangement syndrome is on the right-wing side when they obsess over Trump, a known pedophile, and then they go out and commit a terrorist attack. That is Trump derangement syndrome. Also on the laptop was a selfie of him wearing a Make America Great Again hat. January of last year, Bissonnette walked into the Grand Mosque in Quebec City with a Glock handgun. Okay, we know all this. And the portion document shows Bissonnette recently checked the Twitter accounts of right-wing pundits, conspiracy theorists, and alt-right trolls. Say that 10 times fast. Conspiracy theorists and alt-right trolls. 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 Fuck it. I fucked it up. Eight times. I made it 8 times. You try it. These included, but are not limited to, Ben Shapiro, whom we checked the most, Paul Joseph Watson, Alex Jones of InfoWars, white nationalist Richard Spencer, alt-right troll Baked Alaska, who was a January 6th terrorist, by the way. I believe Spencer was as well, but I can't say for sure. Conspiracy theorist Mike Cernovich, he was a January 6th terrorist. David Duke, and alleged cult leader Stefan Molyneux. I don't know who that is. And, of course, Kellyanne Fraudway. Fox News personality Tucker Carlson, who it drives me insane that the left is, like, slobbering over this guy because of his progressive views on Israel. No, dude. Tucker Carlson is a fucking Nazi. You can point out how his interview style actually holds Israel to account, but don't ever get it confused that Tucker Carlson is on your side. Tucker Carlson is a purebred Nazi. We're talking like Targaryen inbred level of Nazi. That's Tucker Carlson. He came from money. He's never worked a day in his life. He got shamed by Jon Stewart for wearing a fucking bow tie on Fox Fake News. The dude is more fucking Nazi than a goddamn goose step. And then Rebel Media personality Gavin McInnes, also a terrorist. Donald Trump, Bissonnette search for photos of the interior of the mosque. Other men who committed mass murders, including Mark Lapine, Dylan Roof, Justin Borg. Furthermore, he researched information about feminist and Muslim groups at Laval University, where he previously attended and watched YouTube videos about the weapons he would use in the attack. So this is part and parcel of the right-wing terrorist ideology that we see that's fostering among young men, where they really are interested in these people, and then they eventually, because of, you know, the influence of terrorists like Ben Shapiro, Paul Joseph Watson, Baked Alaska, Richard Spencer, these MAGA pedophile supporters and terrorists go on to then commit some of the worst mass shootings in history. It's the pipeline of terrorism from the Republican Crime Party. I wish I had an answer on how to stop it, but that is far above my pay grade. But it's no surprise that, you know, weak, susceptible kids and teens are brought in by the Republican Crime Party because that's their whole brand. They know how to bring in young people because they're pedophiles and rapists. And Donald Trump, of course, was Epstein's right-hand man during all of it. So it makes sense that they're very good at communicating to these kids. I myself hate children, so I cannot comment on how best to reach them. When any one of them is in near my presence, I want them to get the fuck away. So maybe this might have a reason why there's so many right-wing terrorist shootings, because of shit like this. Whoa, where's the audio? What the fuck is going on here?
Violence.
So if you see somebody getting...
Don't incite violence. I don't condone violence. I don't talk about violence.
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. Okay? Just knock the...
I love how he's more red in the face than I am.
I will pay for the legal fees, I promise. And you know what? The audience swung back. And I thought it was very, very appropriate. Get out of here. Get out. Out! Try not to hurt him. If you do, I'll defend you in court. Don't worry about it.
He was so obnoxious and so loud. He was screaming. Maybe he should have been roughed up, because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing.
That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will.
If your words can inspire them to cheer, to go to the polls and vote, to speak out for you, don't you think your words in some way can inspire them to violence and incite violence as well? Don't you understand that you can't say in one tone,
No,
well, I'm getting people to vote for me, but my words have meaning, but then on the other hand, my words don't have meaning when it comes to another particular issue.
Yeah, well, I certainly don't incite violence, and I don't condone violence.
He's walking out like big high fives, smiling, laughing, like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. I love the old days. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. I wanted to hit a couple of those speakers so hard.
Why do I have a feeling that Trump punches like this? I don't think he knows how to punch. I don't think he knows how to... I have to do that whole bit again. Why do I think Trump knows... The only punch Trump knows how to throw is this. Like he's a fucking woodpecker. I don't think he knows how to punch. He clearly doesn't know how to fight. Fucking goddamn it. I don't know what's going on with this fucking Facebook, dude.
So hard, his head would spin. He wouldn't know what the hell happened. He had four guys. They jumped on him. They were swinging and swinging. The next day, we got killed in the press. That we were too rough. Give me a break. You know? Right? We don't want to be too politically correct anymore, right, folks? Any guy that can do a body slam, he's my kind of... But I had heard that he body slammed a reporter. And he was way up, and I said, oh, this was like the day of the election or just before. And I said, oh, this is terrible. He's going to lose the election. Then I said, well, wait a minute. I know Montana pretty well. I think it might help him. Hillary wants to essentially abolish the Second Amendment. By the way, and if she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know. Yeah, some people, some rough guys like we have right in here, and they started punching back. It was a beautiful thing.
I knew it, look! He's punching he's like, He's punching exactly how I said he would. I forgot about this video. Fucking why
So much fun, I love it, We having a good time? USA, USA.
This was posted in 2018, so he's gone even more off the rails since then. Gosh, I wonder why that leads to this. I just can't figure it the fuck out. And then he says shit like this to Caitlin Collins, whom I have no respect for. She used to work for the Daily Liar, I think it was, or the Daily Holler at Your Mama or something, Daily Caller, whatever it is. So, I mean, yeah, I can't believe that there's misogyny and violence in a party that supports shit like this.
Men will believe it because they knew what was going on. They're crooked as hell. CNN's a very corrupt organization. but with a corrupt reporter standing right there. Never smiles. She never smiles. She's a young, beautiful woman, never smiles. I never see a smile
so
off her face.
creepy.
I see her standing there with hatred
So
in her
creepy.
eyes. Like, she has hatred because we have borders, because we have a strong military, because we cut our taxes, because we do things that everybody wanted, and then we win our election in a massive landslide. We win 87% of the counties in this country. Nobody's ever heard anything like that. And that's because we're doing the right job.
This guy is so fucking high on his own supply. Jesus Christ. He is just he is, instead of sniffing glue, he's just sniffing his own farts. He's a, oh yes, that one says that we won by all 500 electoral votes. We got them all, every single one of them, folks. This is ridiculous.
And we took a detour down to Iran because we can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon under any circumstances. We can't let that happen. So the reporters should be happy. They shouldn't be unhappy. They should be very happy. Because you know what we're doing? We're saving our country.
It's so fucking pathetic. It's so pathetic. So, there's two, let me see, is this the one that's coming up next? So there's two things that are very interesting. So ever since he was, let's see, so he supported Paxton over Cornyn, if I remember right, which caused a big rift within Senate Republicans. We're starting to see some of the fallout from that, especially on Capitol Hill as well with Congress. So this is one example of it.
Mr. President, just to clarify on what you said, excuse me, Mr. President, just to clarify on what you were asked earlier, is the $1.8 billion DOJ fund dead or is it on hold?
It's, I'd have to ask the lawyers, I don't know. I know one thing, the weaponization, are you talking about the weaponization fund?
Yeah, what's your decision?
The weaponization fund, as far as I'm concerned, was a beautiful thing. It was something I didn't make it, but I heard that. I thought that was the greatest thing because people like you have abused our people so badly. The fake news like CNN, like the New York Times and like others have abused our people. Wait a minute, be quiet. Have abused our people so badly, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You used to be a conservative.
Keep in mind that if anyone had spoken to Anna Paulina like that and said, be quiet, just be quiet on the left, she would have been, oh, I'm dying, I've been attacked by words. Oh, I think that one pierced my soul. Oh, that's the Republican logic here. And yet he can just say that to all these fucking reporters or to any left-wing person he wants. And he's never asked to comment on that. He's never asked to. Meanwhile, all this stuff with Graham Plattner, every single Democrat is going to have to be asked about it. And frankly, the Democrats need to stop playing nice. They need to stop playing fair. They need to, every time these reporters ask about Graham Plattner, just saying, okay, are you going to ask every Republican about Donald Trump being in the Epstein files a million times? Are you going to? No, you're not? Okay, have a good day. That's it. We're done with this shit. Stop giving them their fucking audio. Stop giving them their clips. They want that shit. They want to be able to ask you a gotcha question and then have you just walking down the hall. Don't fucking give them to it. Any single time they ask you anything, you know, it's just like, so are you asking Trump why he's creating a war to distract from the Epstein files? You're not doing it? Okay, you have a good day. Oh, Trump is now talking about Graham Plattner rather than talk about raising the price of gas that he now has? Okay, you're not going to cover that? Okay, bye. Stop fucking playing fair. Someone, I can't remember the analogy, but it's like, you can play chess with a chicken all you want, or a pigeon in Central Park all you want, but at the end of the day, the pigeon is just going to knock over the pieces, shit on the board, and strut around like it won.
He was a conservative from Alabama, can you believe it? But CNN, in particular, CNN does such false reporting. But now they have new ownership, so maybe it'll straighten it out. I doubt it, but it's hard to straighten garbage out. But CNN has abused, and others have abused so badly. People.
I mean, so the point I'm trying to make here is him waffling on the $1.8 billion DOJ fund, which is because the Senate and the House was pushing back on it, is very, very notable. This it's happened a few times, but it's extremely rare within the Trump pedophile regime. Because, as we saw with Cornyn and elsewhere throughout this primary, that if you go against Trump, he will knock you out, he will get you primaried, and you will lose. So the fact that finally there's a few people with a spine willing to stand up and say, fuck you, is very telling. And then on top of that, you've got the war with Iran. Why do I keep pronouncing it like that? I ran so far. Like, I ran so far. I almost said the song lyrics again without singing them. The war in Iran is being such a disaster. He's getting absolutely no concessions, and he's getting horrible domestic fallout as well as international fallout from it. Our troops are dying to distract from him being in the Epstein files. So he's now having to waffle on this. And now Congress, for the first time, Congress just voted to circumvent Trump and unilaterally end the Iran war, and in the process create conditions for an historical legal battle over war powers if Senate Dems now force a vote. That's a big fucking if. What just happened in the House is a very big deal. I agree with David Serrata. The fact that the House and the Senate are now kind of uniting to push back on a couple of these things, which are just simply, not only are they morally and politically wrong, they're also extremely unpopular. People don't want them. They don't want this war in Iran. They don't want this slush fund to go out to January 6 terrorists and pedophiles, and people just don't want that shit. So, but then again, if Senate Dems now force a vote, that's the big question, because you have a lot of Zionist power within the Senate, the Democratic side of the Senate. And then even if they don't, they've got the rotating villains. So John Fetterman, of course, is going to back Israel. So then you're already starting with 46 votes. You don't know what Schumer is going to do. He's a fucking sellout hack that believes rather than giving us health care, raising our wages, or giving us homes, we need to support Israel. That's Schumer's own fucking words. So if the Senate Dems will force a vote, I don't know, man. That's I'm a pretty big betting man, and I would give this one very low odds of success. See, this is how you do it. Like, this is what I'm talking about with Bernie. Bernie knows how to handle the press.
He's going over the door.
How'd the meeting go? Any comment on the meeting overall?
Are you with the Republican Party? Are you talking about morality and corruption with President Trump? Have a nice day.
Get fucking wrecked, nerds! Yeah! You're talking about morality in the Republican Party that has a pedophile at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I see it every day. School buses go by there. The Donald Trump is standing at the window and he's like, oh, he does that every day. And you're talking about morality within your party? Okay, have a good day. Have a good day. That's how you do it. Not only do you ruin their fucking talking points, you ruin their fucking audio. They can't use that shit. If they do, it's going to be very clearly edited. This is how to handle the press. This is how to handle these bad faith attacks, and I want to see more of that from the Democrats. All right, enough of this horse shit. Let's get to some fun stuff. So I've recently discovered this streamer, what's her name, Tyrex Official. Very, very funny. I've seen a couple of these clips, and this one I saw a long time ago, and I've been waiting for it to come back up on my feed. And I saw it, and I'm like, I gotta do a reaction to this. I love this shit.
Fuck off, I'm not breaking it. You be careful, bitch. You be careful. Watch your step. No,
watch your step.
I'm not fucking dropping it. You're putting it into the door. Watch out. I was just trying to find where the card is. Take it. Okay, I'm taking it.
Where's the card anyway? Wait, the card's not over here anymore.
Where's the...
Wait,
Are
wait,
you fucking kidding me? Where's the fucking card? Where's the fucking card? Where's the fucking card? Where's the card? Listen, bitch. Card! I think you've had enough.
I love how they broke at that. It's like you can only go on for so long. And I love this audio. It makes them sound like they're both drunk and high at the same time. Oh, God, I want to get clips like that when I play. Holy shit. I need to play this game. I need to play. If I can ever. I'm very, like, OCD and locked in, so I really want to finish Batman. But I've been playing it for fucking. I've done, like, 10 days of playing it. Granted, it's only for, like, an hour or two at a time. And I'm only at fucking 40%. I don't know if I'm ever going to... The world is going to end before I finish that game. No, literally, the world could end at any moment. So it's more likely that's going to happen before I finish that game. There's also this, which I've been waiting to see this one again for a while. I want to talk to the people. I want to find out who originated this clip and what their inspiration. Like, I know that when I come up with a funny bit or I see some funny thing that I want to do a meme of, or a cap cut bit, I can walk it through and be like, oh, I saw this and then I thought about that. But how in the fuck do you come up with comedy genius like this?
Walked out of a mall into a huge parking area and realized you'd forgotten where you parked your car. Ever gone mountain biking? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip?
Oh my god, I almost farted again.
Plumber to your home lately?
I almost farted.
How superstitious are you? How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power
I might
of
actually
a
fart.
curse?
I might actually fart.
Tested
I can't hold it back.
Planning a trip soon? Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen? Do you love to go a-wandering beneath the clear blue sky? Have you noticed what big stars real estate agents have become? Are you careful with your personal records? Does your computer ever seem to have a mind of its own? Have you ever visited a Chinatown section in a major city? Have you ever visited a flea market? You ever visited a truck stop? Did you ever have a job as a waiter? Have you noticed how many successful restaurants are theme-based these days? Have you ever had the desire
Oh shit, when I almost did fart that time. Oh my god. I gotta lock in.
Did you have a favorite?
Oh my god. The thing is, this couldn't have. This had to have taken a bit of time, right? I don't even know where you would go to find these clips. Like, let's say it's all on Hulu. So they would have had to do like a screen record. I don't think you can download Hulu videos. Maybe you can, I don't know. But even then, you download every single episode that has these individual clips, and then you put it into your editor, and then you got to chop them all up. That's going to take fucking time. I'm amazed at this process, and I want to see what their process was for this, because this just blows my mind. Oops, I lost the Instagram chat. Okay, good. I didn't miss anything. Pelosi stocks outperformed 100% of Wall Street analysts. She's where they reported it. Yeah, Pelosi's a fucking criminal. I don't think I have said this many times. Pelosi's a criminal. Now, here's the thing. Trump Jr., Kushner, all of them have had the exact same performance, and they have performed actually even better than Nancy Pelosi, and they've gotten even more money than Nancy Pelosi. So, DA, we had a really good agreement the other day. Can you agree that that is also wrong for Trump and family to do? I'm going to watch this video one more time until you answer, if you answer. Because I love this shit. I live for this shit.
Book as a child. Do you have a favorite method of falling asleep? Is there anything more precious than the gift of sight? Who can explain the mystery of music? We make our own luck. Can a home ever be truly safe?
I don't think I saw these
back
ones.
sections of newspapers and magazines lately. What is the secret of the green thumb? What mysteries lie within the
Who else is flying into L.A. to vote for Spencer Pratt? A lot of criminals that are on the Republican crime party. Yeah, that's who, Jason.
frame of a portrait? How many dramas have taken?
DA, I don't got all day, so, you know, you asked me a question, I answered in good faith because we had a good dialogue last time. So I asked you a question, I'm still waiting for a response, buddy, but if you don't answer in like the next 30 seconds, I gotta run.
Place in these tight little boxes. How do you describe terror? Have you ever noticed the curious things once?
We're just using liberal logic against you. Jason Anderson, of all the people that vote illegally, it's Republicans. You guys are registered in the wrong districts, but you vote in both. You use the names of dead people. You use the names of your living relatives who don't want to vote for the candidate. You guys are the biggest fucking criminals, and you're also pedophiles. And also, what are you doing here in my chat again? You guys are fucking losers. It's 5:25. You were in my chat yesterday or the day before or whenever. I lose track because I can't keep track of how many times what your pedophile schedule is. Now you're in my chat again. It's 5:30. I actually have shit to do. I had shit to do before this. I had shit to do after this. I did all my shit on either side of this shit so that I could do this shit. Meanwhile, you're on your fucking phone in your goddamn mother's basement on my chat getting rage baited for clicks. Your life sucks, dude. Honestly, your life sucks. I can't say I feel bad for you because you undoubtedly deserve everything shitty in your life, but you suck. You legitimately suck. Anyway, DA, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I hope you're asking your questions about Nancy Pelosi in good faith. Happy to talk with you again. Patty Vandal, what up, Playboy? Do I need to do a Playboy dance or something? I'm a white dude. You think I'm going to be able to dance on camera? Can I do the pec flex? I've been working on my. Oh, I can kind of do it if I like. I mean, you can't really see. I look like I'm just shitting in my chair. All right, that's it for me.